Children, today I am going to tell you a fun and informative story. In this story, we will learn why rainbow-like colors are visible in soap bubbles. This is a wonderful game of nature, which you will have a lot of fun understanding. So let's get started. One day, Arav and Sia were making soap bubbles in the garden. As the bubbles floated in the air, Sia noticed that they were glowing rainbow-like colors. He asked, "Brother, where do these beautiful colors come from in these bubbles? Are they really rainbows?" Arav nodded and said, "I don't know. Let's ask Grandpa. He will definitely give us the answer." Both of them immediately went to Grandfather and asked, "Grandfather, why do rainbow-like colors appear in soap bubbles?" Grandfather said smilingly, "Very good question, children. Let us first understand how soap bubbles are formed. Bubbles are formed by a thin layer which is called soap layer. This layer is water, and this layer of bubbles is very thin and transparent." Grandfather explained carefully to the children and said, "Children, the rainbow colors seen in soap bubbles are the result of the interaction of sunlight and the thin layer of the bubble. Let us understand this in depth. When white light from the sun falls on the thin layer of bubbles, it hits twice. For the first time, light bounces off the outer surface of the bubble. The second time, the light hits the inner surface of the bubble and returns. After these two collisions, the light waves meet each other. When these two lights meet each other, they interfere with each other. This can happen in two ways. If the waves reinforce each other, a bright color is created. If the waves weaken each other, the color disappears. This process is called light interference. This is what creates different colors in the bubbles. Grandfather said, "Imagine that you throw a stone into a pond. When you throw two stones, waves are formed in the water. Sometimes these waves join together and become bigger, and sometime by cutting the other one it becomes smaller. Same thing happens with light also. When waves of light meet the surface of the bubble, some colors intensify and some disappear. This is what creates the colors in the bubble." Sia asked, "But Grandpa, why do these colors keep changing all the time?" Grandfather replied, "This happens because the bubble layer is very thin and is constantly moving due to air. When the thickness of the bubble changes, the color of the light also changes. That is why you always see the colors changing." "Looks like it's done," Grandfather said. "It's all a game of light and thin layers of bubbles. White light has 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. When this light hits the bubble, these colors they separate and appear to us as rainbow." Grandfather said, "Think of it like sunlight painting with a bubble. The bubble is its canvas, and when the light hits it, it creates a different color every time. That's why bubbles look so beautiful." So children, from this story we learned that rainbow colors in soap bubbles are formed due to sunlight and thin layer of bubble. This is an amazing magic of nature. Next time you blow bubbles, enjoy these colors and remember this science.